What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we have some things to fix on the car. I took the car down to San Diego last week and then I actually took it down to San Diego yesterday and I ended up hitting a wheel chock on the road. So if you guys don't know what those are, they go behind here. It's a giant rubber piece that holds the car from rolling back. And luckily the car didn't get messed up too bad from it. Well, one is I don't care too much about the paint because it's wrapped so I can rewrap it. But my lip, the lip spur that I got from Russia or Ukraine, it ripped off. So let me just see that. And then it did scratched it, and then it did damage the lip quite some bit, and it did crack it. So right here, that big crack. So what we're gonna do is pull this off real quick, and then I'm going to paint it, because if you just leave regular flat or regular ABS plastic finish, they fade throughout time and it starts getting like stuff stuck into it. So I'm gonna pull it all off, paint it, and then I'm gonna see if I can fix the crack. But if anything, I'll just leave it and I could always buy a new one. But it definitely cracked pretty bad. This is only held in by self-tappers that I use underneath the URR lip, and it's been pretty good ever since. And the reason why I like using self-tappers is because if you hit something, it will just pull off, it'll rip off, instead of pulling your whole bumper with it or your whole lip with it. So with self-tappers, it actually yanks it out. Only downside is it does ruin the bottom of the lip, so those holes that you drilled before, you can't use them anymore. But it's, yeah, at least it didn't yank out my lip. And I'm not gonna sell this lip, so this is forever gonna be on the car. These lips are a little bit hard to come by now, especially like pretty good like priced and also good condition, because a lot of them are cracked. This one's actually pretty mint minus the holes in them now from the lip. I kind of want to jack up the whole car and pull the lip off, but at the same time it's kind of a lot of work. I have to jack this up, put some bricks or stuff underneath this wheel, and then put the jack underneath. I need to fix the lighting in here. The camera is like switching between like was it yellow and pretty much like daylight like this, so I need to figure out the exact setting on this camera and then adjust it accordingly. But I guess I'll just jack it up. Aren't you guys glad that I'm putting more time into this car now? I genuinely do like this car. I know I told you guys that I was gonna buy a tripod, but after we fix this, we're actually gonna go to Best Buy, pick up a new lens, and pick up a tripod, because we're grinding YouTube again. You guys can probably see that now. It actually ripped out from here all the way over. So that wheel chock did, yep. It's like an air dam now, but I'm gonna pull out all of those self-tappers, pull the lip off, and I don't think we need this anymore. This thing is destroyed. It doesn't stay on anymore. Yikes. Look at that. That's trash. But should be a quick project. And I need to get a piece of cardboard so I can paint the lip. It shouldn't take too long to dry. I forgot what the car looks like without this thing. I had this for a while and I've driven with it, and it's been through a lot, but this is the first time the where it's been through a lot by hitting a wheel chock on the road. Ooh, that snapped back into place at least. I'll probably just put like tape or something underneath it. For those curious on how this lip mounts, the first mounts here, this is flat, and this is flat. So it does have a tendency to crack pretty easy because there's nothing really supporting this. Unless you like put a piece of like brick in here, not brick, but like wood or something in here to make it not flex as much. But you can see self-tappers. I hate using self-tappers, but they're so convenient for stuff like this. I'm just gonna take out all the self-tappers and then pull the lip off. This thing doesn't weigh anything, pretty light. And this thing, they get scuffed a lot, quite a bit actually. Gotta be careful more, I guess, but if you gotta scrape your lip, you gotta scrape it. And when I had the EK, I had the spoon lip and then the Mugen lip. I scraped that and those cost way more than this lip, and it was to the point where like I couldn't care anymore, because regardless, you're gonna scrape it, especially if like, you know, you're pretty low, or I don't know. Wow, this this thing looks so naked without the little splitter. Now don't get me wrong, this is still a good look without the splitter, but I think having this little splitter adds so much to the car. It just makes the front end look so much more aggressive, and of course sit lower. It does fill in more, and I think the main thing I was missing out on this car, or like on the front end especially, is having like a little splitter or something. And luckily this one was the perfect one for it. And I don't know, I think out of all my cars back then, I just love having a pretty low sitting lip, front lip especially. It just makes the car look so much more aggressive, and that's what this little piece does. But now, oh shoot, it's pretty thick ABS plastic, but you see all the holes I drilled in, and then the damage. We're gonna lightly scuff it up and then just lay some flat black on it, just so I could give that kind of like OEM lip like color finish, like the SR lips and stuff on the EKs, and side skirts. I don't know if I even have a Scotch Brite pad. I'll probably just clean this, paint it. Don't need no crazy prep for this, because it is most likely gonna get messed up again. Who knows? The best cleaner I found for everything is glass cleaner, especially invisible glass. Is very foamy. There's other brands too, but I feel like invisible glass is the one that's, oh, this can's messed up. Oh, I think it's seeping out, but yeah, invisible glass works the best, to be honest, on like wheels, windows, of course. I don't wipe your car with it, but for the most part, invisible glass gets damaged. I just realized that using invisible glass on this, it stays pretty wet pretty easy, so just make sure you dry before you paint it. For hitting a wheel chock on the road, it actually like held up pretty well. I do have another crack here, but that's probably from something else. But for the most part, like the structure of this lip is still pretty damn good. Huh. Alright, I'm just gonna go outside of my garage, hold it up, and just paint it real quick. Of course, get some gloves, and then I'll be back and I'll let it dry in here. The lip is painted, still drying. It's gonna look like this, or up top where it's all flat. I'm just waiting for the paint to dry, but it is just regular flat black. After we do this, like I said, we're gonna go to Best Buy, pick up a tripod, and pick up a new lens just to take some better product photos. I'm currently using a 16-2.8, and I think if I switch over to 52.8 or 51.8, it would be a lot better for the product photos, instead of just like being ultra wide with the 16. I think the next couple videos, we're gonna be working on this car, so we're gonna try to make it pretty much like my hatch, where I just go through as time goes on and just clean up pieces that I need to clean up. One major thing I need to do, of course, is getting the window moldings, and then having the car being a daily and parking outside a lot. This trim did fade again. I might end up pulling it off and painting it with some trim paint. Not sure. So you have to wrap the roof. I need to find door panels. So if anyone has a full set of black door panels for a T6, please let me know, because my door panels are in rough shape, especially up here. So if I have the window down all the way, this is all like cracked, and I'm assuming probably when it rained or something at one point, they had the windows down and all the door panels soaked it all in, and now it's all like brittle. So I need a full set of door panels. If anyone has a full set, black door panels please, and then all this I could just trim or touch up. I did fix this vent. This vent was broken before. Got a new vent, and I'm just slowly fixing things up. And I also do want to change out that double did. I want to get the flatter one where it uses the Android tablet or something. I'm still like 50-50 on it, because I'm not sure if the Android tablet is going to be lagging versus like an actual like double did, which is, this is Alpine, so that's one reason why I've kept it ever since. And I just hate how bulky it looks. But there's small things. I need a new steering wheel column cover, so that is next. And shop LTLParts.com for a carbon ship to place for this car. Oh, I need to redo all this trim too. So this started like bubbling. Oh, like right here. So we're gonna buy the correct vinyl and rewrap all this trim, and then pull off these mirrors, of course. And I need to wrap these mirrors too. But slowly but surely, we're gonna do one thing at a time, day by day. And I found a set of the new or the CO9 headlights, but trying to get the price down a little bit, because they are pretty expensive. I do like these ones, but we'll probably stick with the CO9 ones when the time comes. I do need to give this thing another wash though. All the bird poop from driving out and saying twice in like 3 days definitely did kill a lot of bugs and stuff. But for the most part, this car is good. I need to go pick up a trunk from Chris. I think I said that in the last video because of the holes, and then we're gonna need to wrap that, which shouldn't be too hard because the trunk's pretty flat versus that was hard. But I'm gonna wait for this dry, and then we're gonna just throw it back on and then go for a little drive. Just like that, the lip's on. I had to touch up a few spots, so yeah, I just missed it when I was painting it. It's all mounted. Touch that up, and then on the corner, but the flat black does look a little bit better than the gloss, and looks more, I guess, OEM just because of the color or the finish. And now we're just gonna pull the car off. I have to use those 2 ramps just so I could drop the car down because the lip sits really low and my jack's, I guess, kind of big, so it sits on top of this portion right here. I also have to make sure that I have this all the way down. If I have it up, it's gonna hit the lid. Just like nothing ever happened. Alright, time to go by, tripod. We're probably gonna try to tackle the roof tomorrow by wrapping it. I have to pull the headliner down a little bit just because of the antenna. And I think I have new wrap for this. I need to double check, but for the most part, looking good as ever. I'm so glad I painted the brake rotor. Looks so much better. Slowly but surely, guys. We're outside. I went to run some errands and of course took the daily out. The lip definitely looks so much better painted this color. Just flat black. You can see the crack still there, but honestly it's totally fine. But damn, this thing looks so good. The more and more I look at the car and the more and more I like do work to it, it kind of just makes me want to keep the car. I thought about getting rid of it, but I think what I'm gonna do is pick up the new car. I'm actually checking out the new car the end of this week, and then we're just gonna keep this as daily, and the other car could just be like a weekend car. And my fender liner keeps coming out, but yeah, I got wax right there. Looking really good. I found a set of CO9 headlights, the one with the blue tint, like my white T-Sex. I might go pick them up and just test fit them on my car and see if I like them or not. But yeah, because these ones are pretty banged up. And then this car, I don't know, it does need headlights, needs the window moldings and just other things on the exterior, and then I'll start working on the interior. But for the most part, that's it. So peace out, guys. So others, just keep building and stay tuned. We are gonna be pumping out videos like crazy now.